Hello everyone and welcome to another Fallout 76 camp build video. Today I'm going to show you how to build this inn. I call it the Riverside Resort actually, because it's by the river. But I love this spot. You could, build this pretty much anywhere, but I built it here because I just absolutely love this location. It's very picturesque. Before we get started though, I would like to give a quick shout out to one of my patrons, John Lucas. Thank you so much for helping to support my channel. I appreciate it so much. Alright, now I also want to show you where we are on the map. Right here. Just south of West Virginia Lumber Company. And here's Tyler County Fairgrounds. So it's pretty close to the 81 sign. Probably the easiest way to find it would be to just go along the road between those two locations or like fast travel to the West Virginia Lumber Company and then just run down the road until you get to this spot in the road where there's like this washout and there's a blue board going across it. You just follow that down, follow the washout down, you get to this little pond thing, and that's the spot. Yeah, anyway, pretty easy to find. So, let's do the tour here. So I really like the location, as I said already. It's got this like little lagoon thing, pardon the blood. There were some ghouls here a little while ago. You can come out here, sit by the water. If you had a fishing pole, you could fish, if they allowed you to do that in this game. And over here, I've also got another little spot where you could sit and look out at the little pond. And if you're feeling like having some sort of outdoor dinner or whatever, got a roasting spit here and a couple places to sit and eat and visit. Really nice view of the river from here. I think it's just a really pretty location. For any kind of build, really. This is a really nice spot. The only thing I don't like about this spot is that there are two spawn points right here, and there will be enemies every single time you spawn in. One of them is pretty much just right here by the lagoon. I mean, like, I get ghouls and dogs and mole rats spawning here every time I log into a server. The other spawn point is right up there on the road, just directly in front of this area. Usually the creatures that spawn up there don't see me when I'm way back here, but if they're robots or something like that, they will shoot from over there. Anyways, that's the only downside to this location. Okay, well, let's go on inside. So inside we've got the main communal area, common room, whatever you want to call it, lobby. It's more like a bed and breakfast, I guess, than a hotel. But anyway, so got a little living area, seating area. You can sit and visit with others, people staying here. A small kitchen, and a little area for some entertainment. And then back here, I've got a workshop. All the amenities, even power armor one, and lockers for the guests to keep their valuables in. Yeah, and this is for a place for other players to come and just take a load off, do all their stuff. So upstairs I've got 3 rooms. One is like a VIP room. And I even put numbers over the doors, of course, gotta do that. This one is the biggest room. So each room has a bed and chairs to sit in. But this one is extra large. And each room has a vanity, which is also a stash, so you can put stuff in there. You sleep in the bed and put your stuff away if you need to. And the other 2 rooms are identical, they're just reversed from each other. So they have the same stuff in them as the big room, just not as much space. And the big room also has a table and chairs to sit at, whereas the small rooms do not. So it's sort of like a little suite if you have more money to pay. And then outside I also have down here, and I have this little Vault Boy sign pointing the way so that just in case you don't know. Oh, on the side here I've got my fusion generator in there. And around the corner I also put a lamp here too, to kind of just draw your eye this direction, especially at night it really works. Because back here I have the brewing stations, because I wanted this to be all like a spot where people could come and do whatever they needed to do. They could craft and repair and whatever. And also I've got some water purifiers where they can come and get some fresh water. And, you know, they can get dirty water from the river if they need to, for various crafting purposes. And that's about it. I think I really like it. I really like how it turned out. It's very nice looking. Oh, and I have a few crops, some razor grain and some corn growing throughout. I kind of made them so that they border the path to the door a little bit, because there's not a lot of flat ground to plant crops here. So I kind of just wanted to make it, you know, a little bit like a bordered pathway. Anyways, all right, well, there's the tour. That's pretty much the whole thing. I think it just looks really inviting and kind of a relaxing place to just hang out for a while. So now I will show you how to build it. All right, here's the spot without the building. You're going to want to place your camp about right here on top of this little mound, just to be sure that you get all of the area that you need to build this. And also, as a side note, this is a potential place where you could build a treehouse. I haven't built a treehouse here, but these trees look like they might work. I think they're a little closer together than the ones in my treehouse build. So you'd probably not be able to build exactly the same one that I built, but I don't know. It's there. Just in case you wanted to know. I don't know, in case you're looking for a place to build a treehouse. But yeah, if you haven't seen my treehouse build, I'll leave it at the end of the video. In the end screen at the video, I'll leave the link. Anyway, let's get on with this build. So I'm going to move my camp out of the way. Stick it over here for now. And we shall start right here. So, sort of put the first piece up on this mound as low as it can go, and about like at the peak of it, so that the edge of the board, the edge of the floor piece is right on the peak of the mound. And it doesn't really matter at what point along the mound you put it, as long as it's not too close to the trees. You're going to want to put another one, no, not another one there, here. Actually, I do want to move it over a little bit, just about like that. So it's not right coming off, so it's kind of just on the edge of the mound right there. That's about where I want it. And then put 3 more after that. The main part of the platform that's going to be the building will be a 4x4. So make sure I have that 4, and then make sure that you put them all facing the same direction if you plan on having the different floor textures that I had. Because if you don't, it'll look pretty stupid, especially the carpet. If the carpet's not all facing the same direction, it actually hurts my eyes when I look at it. So anyway, but that's my personal preference, of course. And that's obviously only 4x3, so we're going to put the other one out this side. Whoops. There. Okay, 4x4. And so that should be just pretty much encompassing that entire mound right there. All right, and then before we build anything else, put 2 over here, like so. That's where the generator room will be, and you want to make sure that it doesn't collide with this tree. That's the only reason why I'm saying put that on there next, just so it doesn't collide with the tree. And you want to check back here as well. You should be pretty close to the rocks, if not overlapping them slightly, so this is all right. And also, before you build any walls or anything, come back here and take a look and make sure it's facing the direction you want it to face. I wanted mine to be pretty parallel with the road so that when you're up on the road it's facing you. And it looks like this will work just fine. Okay, now we're going to add the lower deck. And to do that, I'm going to put one right there. And then I'm going to remove one temporarily from up here. And then select it. Then hold on Xbox, you hold A. You hold your select button basically. And then push RB to lower. And I'm going to lower it so that it's just about, well, it's hard to do there. Level with the bottom of the one next to it. So the top is level with the bottom of that part. Okay, and then put this floor back. Make sure it's up on the right level though. And then we can put the other floors down here. And we're going to be putting them all the way across. Turn it. And then also over here. And over here. Whoops. There. There, and then this will be a too wide going all the way out to the end. And that one got a little bit too far out into the water, so it's coming off the side, which I suppose is not bad. I mean, it doesn't look bad. It looks like it was, you know. My original build wasn't hanging off the edge like that, but that's okay, because I had it a little closer to the trees over here. In my original one, it came really close to the tree. It was almost touching the tree, so you might need to adjust it a little bit here and there if you're building here the same thing that I'm building. Okay, now there's an even lower deck by this little pond, and we're going to lower it the same way we did the other one. Remove that. And I'm going to lower it again about to the bottom of that. It doesn't have to be exact. Put that back. And this is only going to be two pieces. Alright, that's the extent of the platforming that we needed. And there will be a cutout here, so don't put one on the corner there. Okay, now I can start doing walls. And I use the barn pieces because I think they're nice looking. And so we'll start. Now the first layer of the higher platform is going to be the front porch. So make sure you put your wall one in like that, so that it doesn't you don't eliminate your porch. And then actually this is supposed to be a window. And this is a door. Then another window. And a solid piece there. Okay. I did put stairs on all of these parts like this, just because it makes it look better. Now, in my original build was a little bit lower than this. Actually, the some of the ground was poking up through right there on my original one, but it works out okay. I actually would prefer it to be a little lower, but it's fine. It works. There, those are all the places where we're going to put stairs, except I am going to put some stairs coming down here as well, so that we can get down to the, yeah, the ground didn't cover up part of the stairs before because it was a little further this way, so I'm just letting you guys know that I didn't line it up perfectly, but it works regardless. I think just because it's, like I said, the lining up doesn't have to be perfect for this build, but I'm just letting you guys know that it isn't exactly where it should be. So this is a solid wall, this one's a window, and this one's a solid wall. Window. All of the rest on the back are solid. Remember that that's for the fusion generator. And this one's a window. So there's the main house. It's pretty square. And then the fusion generator will go in here, but just remember to put it in there before you put all the walls in, just because it's easier. Let me see. Generators. And of course, if you don't have a fusion generator, you can use a regular one. Just put it about right like that, and then put the walls in so that, yeah, it's harder to put the fusion generator in if the walls are in first. And a door. Okay. And I put stairs as stairs going up to it. Just because it looks better, I think. Okay. Now we will do the walls, the inner walls. Now, the inner walls, I used wood, the wood pieces for those, just because. So, one here, and that's the kitchen. That was going to be the kitchen. And I wanted them facing, yeah, that way. So that the main room has a nice pretty side, and then the workshop has the side with the studs. Oh, that's supposed to be a door. Like that. Sort of a T-shaped room like this. Okay? And a stair back here, going up to the upper area. And the upper floor, I made them be this floor. You can use whatever type of floor you want. I need to remove that temporarily so that I can get the floor to go in. I don't want to snap in with the wall in the way. There. Make sure the boards are facing the direction you want them to go. You can put the wall back. And again, if you are using the a floor like this, I think it looks better if you have them all facing the same direction, because that's how they would line it up in a real house, which, you know, in real life. So, but, you know, again, it's your call because it's your build. I had carpet in the rooms, so I'm just going to put carpet across the entire rest of it and make sure the carpet's all facing the same direction, because if it's not, you get a look like this, and the carpet, it just looks horrible when you have a lot of them doing that. So yeah, just make sure they're going all the same direction, because they actually designed them to go the same direction. The pattern is repeated throughout the thing. Do you know what I mean? I don't know if I'm describing it. See how these ones are facing a different direction from the other side? So like split down the middle, you can kind of see it looks like there's like a little groove. Yeah, that's what I mean by making sure they're all in the same direction. Of course, some of you guys might not have the carpet, and that's fine. You can just use the regular wood, but I wanted to make it a little bit cozier, so I decided to use the carpet. Okay. And it might be easier too if you're building with carpet pieces, because it's hard to see the seams between them. So it might be easier to switch them to carpet later after you put the walls in. I'm just saying. So, this is a door. And, oh, you know what? I shouldn't have put that wall in yet, because the door won't snap on the right direction. Otherwise. And a wall here. A door here, I mean. Okay. Now I'm going to put the outside walls in next so that it's just a little easier. If I do it now. This one's a window. There's basically windows all the way across the front. A solid wall. Window. And I think this is a window as well. I think I did windows all the way across the back as well. Just to let in the light, mainly. And here, I actually did... Oh, wait, not right there. Right here. There. But, wrong. I need to do a half wall and then a window on top of that. To put the window up a little higher, because the roof for the slanted roof, the generator shed will come up right into the middle of the lower window, because it'll come up to here. So it would cut into the lower window, so I need to put one up a little higher than that. And one more wall right here. Alright, now we can put in the lower, the interior walls. And just basically separate the rooms. Make them face the same direction. Come on. Oh, fine. It wants to face the other way. We'll let it face the other way. It doesn't really matter which way they face. Okay, there. Interior walls all finished. Okay, now we need to do the roof. And it is a little bit easier to do it if you come up here. Of course, you need marsupial to do that, but anyway, you don't have to come up here to do it. Okay, so the roof, first we'll do the roof walls, actually. Go down to these things. And we're going to put this going across, basically. Come on. Like so. And it's just a basic roof. And it's going to go up to a peak like this. Now the reason I didn't do a, I'm sure somebody's going to ask me, because somebody always does. The reason I didn't put a, one of those peaked roofs, the pre-made peaked ones, is because, well, it's too small. It won't fit across. It's designed, these are designed to put, for a three section width, and I have a 4 section width, so you need to put a larger peak like that at the top. Anyway. Last time I made a roof like this, somebody said, why don't you just use one of those pre-made peaks? Why did you do your own peak? Well, that's why. Because my own peak is the one that would fit. Actually, you can't put one of your own peaks on a 3-section wall because it would be too big. So you do what will fit, basically. All right, now we can put the roof on, and it's just the basic, roof. All the way up. Oh, whoops, I forgot to put the last peak up there. There. Come on. It annoys me that these things, that the roofs, the default position is facing away from you. Who puts their roof on from the outside, I'd like to know? I never do. I always put my roof on from the inside. It's easier to reach it. It's easier to see what I'm doing. Yeah. If I'm outside doing it, then it's, well, for one thing, on a house like this, I wouldn't be able to reach it. But for another, you can't see the whole thing. You'd have to go around your house to put it up. So I don't get why they have it facing away from you. You have to turn it around to get it to work every single time. Anyways, now the reason I didn't put the walls going all the way to the ceiling, somebody might ask me that too, is because I didn't have enough build budget to do it. And this maxed out my build budget 100% with all the decorations. And just to tell you the truth, I'd rather have it fully decorated than have this extra wall that doesn't really need to be there to be functional. So yeah, that was just a judgment call that I made, and you guys can do it or not, whether, depending on how many decorations you have. So, okay, so we got the roof in, we got the walls all in, and now we need to do the front porch. Okay, so we already have walls, floors coming off here, and so the roof pieces will snap to those. You can use roof pieces like this if you want, or you can use floors like this. And actually, I'm going to use floors because I just like the way they look better. The roof pieces, just, I don't know, unless you face them, if you face them this way, I guess they look alright. Sometimes people face them that way and it just looks funny to me. Anyways, you can use whichever one you feel like using. But for me, I'm going to use floors. Okay. Let's stick them right here. And across. All the way. And I think the power conduits, the advanced power conduits, actually work better on top of a floor piece than they do on a roof piece, because the roof pieces are kind of have a bumpy top on them, and sometimes it just doesn't work as good. Anyway, okay, now I'll put posts, and I'm going to do it the same way I always do with the small floor, putting it straddling the corner, and then just adding this on. Move it down. If you haven't seen me do this, if you haven't watched any of my other videos, I do this in practically every one of my build videos though. You just put another floor straddling 2 floors, because the posts will snap to the middle of a floor or to next to the corner, but not on the true corner. So I put these like this to snap them to the true corners, because I think it just looks better that way. Now, when you're doing this, though, make sure that you put this floor right facing this way and not this way on the corners, because if you do put it like that, this will snap on facing a different direction from all of the other ones. You see how the grooved side isn't facing out like it is on all of the others? It's because this is turned different. Come on. Anyway, just a little note there, a little side note, if you want them all to be facing the same direction. Okay? And then, let's not forget to put the roof on this shed over here. I like the slanted roof because I just think it looks better. There. Okay, and then you can choose whatever door you like, of course, but I used, just so you know, I used these ones. And I also used them on the insides for all the rooms. And make sure they're facing all the same direction. This one's not. There. I have them come out so that the doors open outside, just because there's not a lot of room inside for them to open. But you can do it either way. If you put it facing the other direction, they'll open to the inside. Basically, they open to the side where the hinges are showing. That's how you can tell. Do it how you like it. Anyways, so over here we are going to put out railings, and the railings start here. Basically just go all the way around the deck, except not this part, just because you can't sit here and enjoy the little water if you've got a railing blocking your view. And I put it to be more like a little fishing dock anyway, so I didn't really want a railing on it. Now, speaking of fishing dock, I put one here. So basically, I put one half in, half out of the water. Approximately, doesn't have to be exact. Then one here to go, actually a little bit further out would be better. And you can decide the height of it, maybe a little bit higher. A little higher would be better. More like a dock. Nah, a little lower. So I'm doing this because I want it to be sunk into the ground a little bit, or really low to the ground anyway, so that you can just walk out on it without having to go up a step. And then one out here. And it will slightly poke out of your build zone if you put it where I did. And there, that's the little dock. I didn't put it as straight as I'd like. I can fix it later. But anyway, that's where the dock goes. And for my customers, or guests rather, who want to need to make some moonshine or something, I had a little platform back here to put my brewing stations on, and also I put the water purifiers back here. When you place your camp, make sure there's enough of it sticking out into the water so you can put your purifiers down. Because, I mean, you can put them out here in the front, out in these ponds, but then kind of is an eyesore. So anyways, now for the grill part, or where the cooking spit goes, I like to put stone floor just because it's more realistic. If you've got a fire burning, you don't really want it to be burning on a wood floor, right? So that's my reason for that. And now also, if you have all of the different floor types, I put that for the kitchen and this for the living area. And of course, you don't have to do it this way if you don't like either. If you don't like either of these types of floor. And I did want to do the wood. No, there we go. The fancy looking wood for the hallway. And even for in here. Because this is a resort, I kind of wanted it to look fancier than just your average little shack. And actually, this door is facing the wrong way. I want the door to go in. There we go. There. And a door here as well, going in. There, that is the build, everybody. And just in time, too, because I'm losing my daylight. But anyways, it looks like it worked out pretty good. I didn't have it completely lined up the way I originally did, but it worked out. Oh, the lighting. Right, I was going to show you how to wire this place up, because it is a pain, let me tell you. Alright, so go in here, and you're going to want to get, you need the advanced power connectors for this. So if you don't have that, then I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you. This is how I did it. It's not the only way to do it, but this is how I did it. So just get the one that has this one that has the tall one with the things sticking out. Stick it through the wall like so. And then get the downward facing single attachment like that. Or it could be the upward facing one, doesn't really matter. It will work the same. Attach it to the generator and then come out here, and hopefully we can do this before it gets dark. So for this side of the house, I just did the simple, because since you can't see it, like you really just can't see it, I just put some of these along here like this, about halfway up the wall. Like so. And just connect them. And that'll take care of this side of the house. Both levels. This one's a little bit tricky. Sometimes it doesn't want to connect. You have to get in just the right position. So don't get frustrated too much if it doesn't connect right away. You just have to move yourself around until it does. Anyway, that takes care of that side, both floors, okay? The front is a little bit harder because I like to have hidden wires. I don't like my wires to be just stringing all over the place out in the open. So, yeah. Now, to do this, you have to get up on the roof. So, I'm just going to get rid of those for a moment so I can put a floor here and a ladder to get up. There. Stairs, I should say. It's not really a ladder. Anyway. And then go back to power connectors And hold on, let me turn on my Pip-Boy light. It's starting to get dark. Okay, go and get the long. No, which one is it under? I always forget. There's two long power connector ones. Okay. And stick it about right here. Make sure you can put more. This happens every single time. I know it
Attention,
does.
citizens. Nuclear strike imminent.
Where is it?
Please exit the area at
Ooh,
your
two at
earliest
once.
convenience.
Wow, that's a little bit overkill.
Thank you for your cooperation.
Okay. Anyways. Yeah, so put, and then you're going to want to get a medium one probably. If it won't snap, you'll have to reposition them because they, if you saw my build a couple videos ago, I did a build where I could not get these to go on. You know, the first time I do it, they go on perfectly, and then when I try to show you guys how to do it, no, it doesn't want to have it. It doesn't want to have it at all. There we go. Alright. Then get, I think it's up here. Get the downward facing one. Like that. Put there on that end, and put one on the other end as well. And then you're going to be connecting this down to here. Come on. There you go. There we go. Okay. Then, go back up. And you're going to get up onto the porch roof. And lay some down up here as well. So we're going to do a long one. Like that. And then go over to, where is it? There, this one. Get the three-way power conduit junction. And then another long one. And then another three-way. And another long one. Okay. And then go up and get, I think they're up here. Oh, they're down here. Okay. Oh, there it is. The conduit power radiator. Put one on the end and put one on the end of each of these junctions like that. And oh, we also want a three-way junction. No, not a three-way. No, sorry. Sorry, we want one of these. And face it this way. There, like that. And then put a single, where are they? Another radiator. We'll find it. There it is. Put one right there. And then connect this one to this one. There. That is all the wiring you need for this build. Now that, I put this like this. You don't have to do this if you aren't going to put a porch light right on this post. But I put a porch light on this post, and it wouldn't light up unless I had a radiator on the end of that. So I had porch lights out on the ends of all of my posts, all the way across the porch. So, all the way across. So anyway, that lighting setup will light up the upper floor, both sides, and the lower floor, both sides. And for outside, on the deck, I mean, obviously that lighting setup won't light up the deck because it's too far away, but out here I had oil lamps to take care of that problem. But also because they look nice. And that is the build, everybody. What do you think? Let me know down in the comments how you like this one and how you like this location. Let me know if you've built here before, and yeah, I would love to know about it. And if you would like to show me some screenshots of your builds, go ahead and post them over on my Discord server. I've got a thread over there just for sharing screenshots, and I would love to see your guys's. I like seeing other people's camps. And also, you guys, if you haven't heard yet, I do have a new merchandise shop. You can go over to my Teespring shop, and you can buy Wasteland Dovahkiin swag over there. T-shirts, mugs, all kinds of things. Phone cases and hoodies and yeah, lots of stuff. So go check it out if you would like to get some merch, and it helps out my channel as well. And also, if you would like to support my channel other ways, you can do that by following the links in the description to my Patreon and Ko-fi pages. And my social media links are down there as well if you'd like to follow me on Twitter or Facebook. And do go check out my subscriber Discord, because we've got all kinds of, fun conversations going on over there. And it's a fun, safe, and friendly community where we all just help each other out in the game. And yeah, anyway, go check it out. It's fun. I'm over there every day. So maybe I'll see you over there. Anyways, you guys, that's it for now. And until then, remember to play safe, play nice, and have fun. Bye, guys.